Hi guys, sorry it's been so delayed. Um, just check everything's good. Yeah, yeah. I had a lot going on today, so apologies for the delay of the stream and everything like that. Uh, Second of all, on that is, as I said in the last stream, these 3 days of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, these will be the last streams for a couple of weeks, possibly more time, just so I can, uh, start getting my sleep pattern properly sorted out and stuff around the house sorted out and that. And also, as I said, I'm not usually used to doing streaming on a regular basis, so I just need some time to have a bit of a break and that. So we are working on the Doom thing, and the reason there's no music is because I got two channels that seem to want to just constantly copyright my channel no matter what music I play. They're always putting claims on my channel. Now the problem is I can't really dispute those claims, because if I dispute those claims, I'm already breaking because the fucking copyright thing on YouTube is so messed up. I'm playing music from Metal Gear Solid 5 and Metal Gear Solid the originals, so I would then have to say, well, you can't copyright that because the music's already owned by Konami. So then I'm going to get a copyright claim from that as well. And I wouldn't mind that, but it also runs the risk of my channel being shut down. So until I sort my music situation out, there will not be any music, and I'll be making my own music to put into my streams, so that when it does come to that, I can say, no, bullshit, I made this music, and in the most politest way that I can say it, I would say, I've made the music, you can get the fuck off, because you're not claiming on that. Because that's, as I said, most of my stuff is already utilizing stuff that other people have worked on, and I don't mind if those channels, like say Hasbro, copyright claims me because it's their stuff. I don't mind if Konami copyright claims me because it's their stuff. It's when you've got rogue channels out there systematically running around just grabbing money from other channels because that's what they want. I mean, as I said, I don't particularly want to make money on YouTube, because, as I've always stated, is my benefits and stuff like that would create a problem. But I don't know what would happen further down the line. Maybe at some point I can make YouTube work where I can then get money for it. But I will always stand that I don't do it for the money, I do it for the content and to cheer people up. If that changes of me earning money on YouTube, I assure you that my view on the content that I create will never be swayed from it's all about the content, not about the money. So, as I said, that's what's fucking annoying me right now, is the fact that I've got these arbitrary channels striking me, or not striking me, claiming that my content is their content and someone else's content is their content. So yeah, that's been pissing me off a lot. So if you can remember, we built a walkway here. I wasn't too happy with it, so I want to try and do something else, because trying to combine the Halo Forge stuff with the Doom stuff, or not the Doom stuff, with this these models is quite difficult, because these models look different to the Halo stuff, so I'm trying to incorporate that, and I'm trying to make it much easier to make something that looks like it would come from the Doom universe. I'd also try to get it so that the lights work properly, so I had it almost finished with the lights, and I was working on the lights, and I wasn't quite happy with the way they were looking and turning out, because there's certain things I want to try and do with the lights, but it's not really working. And as this is an experiment project, I don't mind removing stuff and then putting stuff in. So, I mean, we'll see how things progress. I've got a few more ideas of what I'm going to try and do. And also, by the time I had finished it, it was almost pushing over the limit of what SFM is capable of holding in its storage, or in the memory. So, as you can see, we've got all... This was what I was pretty much doing. I was setting up the command center part, but it was getting annoying because nothing would work, and it just looked really fucking stupid to me. And as I've always stated, I try my best to put quality rather than quantity. So we've got all this to work on. We've got to make the new hallway. The other thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put like a template underneath everything that I'm working on, so that I can get it perfectly straight. Because the other thing that was annoying is when I built the command center, it was crooked. So when you looked through the corridor, the corridor was flat, but the main command center was crooked, and I didn't like how it was looking. So, I mean, we'll try and sort something out. So we've got these 3 panels which I decided to use, and the reason being is because they look quite industrial, because that's the thing, is Halo looks industrial, but it's got quite unique panels that, like, anyone that has played Halo will go, that's from Halo. And I'm trying not to get that, because this is supposed to be Doom, not Halo. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish here with the resources that I've got. If there was like a resource for Doom, that would be fucking amazing. I've not looked for it, but I might do tomorrow and see what I can get. The green screen is, there's something I want to do with that, which if Oh yeah, where's my timer? If I'm able to get this scene build done, then you'll be able to see that. So we need to make the pathway. Or actually, I can show you, because as this is being spoiled, you've been warned about spoiler alerts because of the title of the video. Let's put the characters in. Where is the spider? There it is. So yeah. So what I'm trying to do is, if anyone's played Doom 2016, and it's a bit of a spoilery thing for the game, so if you haven't played it, please either mute the stream or switch it off for a minute or two. But basically, at the end of the game of Doom, you have the spider hive mastermind spawn, and I'm trying to do it with less spoilers in it. But at the end, that's the end boss. So the animation for that is it coming out of like a pentagram on the floor, and blood and smoke and everything like that. Granted, there won't be any blood, or unless I can find something that will do that. In the particle effects, but the boss comes out of there like that. And that's kind of what the green screen is, because I don't know how to put pictures into SFM, and I think from what I've seen is I need a different program like Adobe or something like that, or something along those lines to add pictures or wallpapers and stuff in to do that. And I'm not that good. In fact, I'm absolutely crap at this, but like it's one of those things that I'm going back to a thing that I usually do with any of my animations, is I heavily utilize green screen a lot. So that's what that's there for, because I've got the picture, I've just got to work on it in either Hit Film 4 or Paint, or the other thing that I got from Steam, which was can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like Photoshop. So I'll be having a look at that to see if I can make something similar to that. So let's turn off the Doom models for now. And start finishing this build. Because this is the other problem I'm running into, is trying to make it so that everything kind of fits. Trying to figure out how to get it to work, because as you can see, that block or the rocks are quite big. Let's try. What am I moving now? Oh, I moved that. I want the this. No. I forgot to put the panel underneath. That, I think, will work. Yeah, I think that will definitely work. So let's get the template in to make sure everything's straight, which will be a green screen. The only reason I'm using the green screen is because it's the biggest thing I have and the most flattest thing that I have in SFM. Just trying to find something that's it. That's not gonna like be so freaking bright. So there we go. So that should be flat. And then that just gives me a guide so that I know where to put things and make sure that they're perfectly straight so they match with the rest of the map. When I put things together. No, it's this. Let's move this thing. Rotate. Don't want... Or is that the panel that's got the darker piece on it? Yeah, that's what we want. Because I don't really like this gold colour, but like there are no skins to change it, and I have no idea how to change the colour of models. And I'm not that good at artisty painting things. Okay, that grey template needs to be lifted a little bit. It's annoying because there's where the thing is to move it and making sure that it's yeah, I think that's in line with that, right? Because the thing I'm trying to avoid is clipping, where it looks like an object's gone straight through another object. So like, for example, the rocks here have gone through there, but when you turn the lights on, you're not going to really see it. But for the corridor, I want to make sure that that isn't actually happening. Could probably put a scale on this because it is quite fucking big. And I've got to try and figure out how to finish this where it's not huge, but it's huge enough for the spider to be in there. As well. I'm thinking maybe a little bit smaller, because I'm hoping it's going to be big enough to cover up the rocks. Yeah, I think that is exactly the size we want. And then need to move it out a little bit. Because what I'll probably do is put a pipe in there. Because I don't want this to, like, be too confined, but I do want it to look a little bit confined. And the reason for that is because of Doom is one of those games that it's like kind of what I'm going for is like a Doom 3 kind of vibe where it's more horror oriented than action oriented, but still keeping that Doom essence. So we need the pipe. There's the pipe. Because the other thing as well is I'm still learning this software, so there are no bones, but I don't want to break the bones. Yeah, I mean, like, that looks better. Because I don't... Oh, it's coming through there as well. I don't mind if there's a little bit of clipping in it, but, like, what's that going to look like? Because I might swap that door out for the animated door. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. And then we'll just have this one open. Where is it? Airlock. That's the one that we need to replace. In fact, what I'll do is I might as well do that and then paste that there. Come on, all the way up. I need you to be there. And then remove that, because the thing I'm thinking of is if I do that and then pull this one out, then they will both have that door opening, and then it will kind of make more sense having it. It's just lining it up. There we go. So in fact, because the problem is it's now got, it's almost like a doubling effect. I mean, it's okay, but the thing is because the inside has that thing on it, it looks a bit stupid. So what I might just do, how can I fix that but keep it, because that's where it's got to be in order to line up with all of this. So I'm thinking shit. I'll just try to work this out. I wonder if that would work instead, because I want to make it as though it's like a big ass door. So I'm wondering if I duplicate it again and then put the door in between, but is it going to affect? Shouldn't affect everything else. If I do that, do need to straighten it out a little bit. That'll look better. Right, why is there no sound? Okay, it's SFM has no sound.
Warning.
There we go.
Biohazard heat.
I might also make that slightly bigger for the interior.
Biohazard detected. Biohazard.
I don't... It looks okay, but then when you look at the fact that that pyramid, or not that pyramid shape, this shape here, it's now blocking half of it, so then it's kind of looking stupid. Unless I have this idle open. Yep. Now let's work on this piece here, because I can still see the door mechanic. That's what we want, like that. Was that gonna... Oh yeah, it's not gonna look like anything because the light's not engaged yet. There we go. So that's that covered up. Now I need to do it for the other side. Because the idea I've got for this is, I didn't say it in the last one. You're gonna have, where are they? So you're gonna be basically, the whole setup for this is, I want to try and do something for the release of Doom Eternal, or before the release of Doom Eternal, because I am a big Doom fan. So, like, what you would have is you'd be in Doom Guy's head. Not entirely sure how I'd do it. I might make his head disappear in order to do it. But you'd be like from there, and he'd be looking at his arm while the computer's reading out, or his suit's reading out all the damage that he's sustained and everything like that. And then he'd be looking around in first person at all the stuff, and you'd be able to see, like, down there, looking at the suit and stuff, looking at his hands. And then as the door opens, he pulls up the shotgun, it bends, out comes the cartridges, goes to fill it, and I think I've got it where it says insufficient ammo or ammo depleted, and then he'll throw the shotgun, and then he'll do the supercharge over thing, and then there'll be punching and ripping of demons, or as much as I can do with the program of ripping of demons through the corridor until he gets to the boss. And on the pedestal, I've got to try and find the model, but I'm looking, hopefully, to be able to get the BFG 9000, because he'll be picking up the BFG 9000, charging at the spider, punches the spider in the mouth, and then does the classic bit of shoving the BFG 9000 into the mouth of the spider. Now, I won't be able to do what the scene is in the game, but that's when it's going to cut. from there. So I'm hoping I've got the ability to do that. I don't know whether it's going to work as well as I think in my head of how I want it to work, but it's the whole point. You give something a go, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and then you've learned something by doing that. So we need to move this over to the other side and get on with the build. Because the other thing as well is I don't know how long this animation is going to be, but I'm hoping it's not going to be a long one. Because I want to do small ones. I will be probably doing a longer stream today because I do want to get stuff done. Because I also want to get the Hocus Pocus thing done. How am I gonna be able to? There we go. That's gonna be. I'm gonna have to try and line this up as best as I can. Need to come forward a little bit. A lot more. I think a bit of rotation. Okay, it's a little too forward now. I don't care if it's sort of wonky-ish. Oh, okay, so that does... I don't know whether that's because the camera or its position. So that's just in line with that. That's looking a bit better. Now we get the pipes. Because in between here I'm thinking of putting some rock and stuff. And seeing how that would work. Don't want this to be too long, so I'm probably thinking that now they're set in place, if I then just copy those, move them over, and then put a doorway in that part, then that would work. Because I've got this panel up here, so I can probably put that there, then have some rock coming off of it. Or something along those lines. I mean, we'll see what we'll see. Because I want to try and make it as basic as possible. Well, not as basic as possible, but looking complex, but with very limited amount of models. And then the fun part is going to be trying to make the command post itself. I'm thinking of just utilizing this and just blowing it up big. I'm hoping that looks okay, but I'm not going to work on that until I've actually finished the corridor and I'm happy with the way that the corridor looks. So that's the... Oh, that's that part there. Because this is going to be... This part here, I'm going to use for the roof. Because I kind of like the way it looks on the inside. How long is that? Wish the fucking marker thing was actually on the thing. Because this is what I was kind of meaning about how fucking convoluted it was. If there was one little thing that didn't look quite... Oh, fucking hell. There was one little thing that didn't look quite right. It was literally trying to find it in all of that mess. So, like... I want to try and make it so if there's something that doesn't look right or fit right, I can then just easily pick it up and move it. There we go. It's like trying to make fine adjustments to this model is annoying. I'm gonna need to make another fucking camera, aren't I? There we go. To fix that gap. I'm wondering what I can use to fix that gap. Yeah, I need to, because it's all the way up here. Alright, that's good enough, I feel. Because that's the kind of look that I'm going for, is that kind of spaceship Nostromo Doom look. Because as I said, I want to try and put a little bit more horror into it. And even if I don't accomplish that, I still want to make it look cool. Or as cool as I can make it look. So we'll keep camera 3 for now. Because I have an idea that we might need it again. That's the button I need. I might utilize this for the command center. Because the thing I'm trying to do is make it so that, because my animation skills are absolute fucking shit. And I have no idea how I'm going to get Doom Guy to walk without I mean, I can roughly do it. I might even, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Feel like I've kind of bitten off more than I can chew with this animation. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Yeah, camera 2. Give me camera 2. I'm actually liking that a lot better than the original that I did. Or the original, oh fuck, I've forgotten it. The original corridor that I did. So now I'm thinking that taking those and putting these at the end. So they are those. And putting them there. So this space will have a rock in it with probably some containers, some pipes and shit. because the idea that I originally had was to have windows, but when I was building this corridor, and then I moved to building the command center, you could kind of see all the fucking pieces just everywhere, and it did not look nice. It really didn't. So I'm going to put those back there because I need to make these longer. Fucking phone. That's looking a lot better than it was before. And then that's perfectly straight. Well, not perfectly straight, but that's in line with those. Now we grab the other two. Which are those? Other than that, this seems to be going much smoother than when I fucking did the other corridor. And then that'll be ready for the open door thingy. I don't know whether I'm gonna have it open or open and like the other door. I'll think about it. Because what I want to do before I start putting panels and stuff in is I want to get it to where I like it, of the layout of how it looks, and then mess with things. And I kind of like it because then I can either have a corridor going off that way or a corridor going off that way if I wanted to. I'm not going to do it like that, I don't think. And the reason for that is I would then need to either have Doom Guy look down that corridor or something. Although it might be fun, because I could then also have it where, because the problem is I don't want it to be a really fucking quick animation where he's like, okay, I'm gonna beat up two demons, and then I'm gonna go through the corridor to the end boss. I want it where it actually looks like he's a badass. So maybe I could have this one blocked off with a locked door with rocks around it, and then have that one with a corridor that's open with all the demons running through it, maybe. I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Because it's also combining everything. And I've decided that I'm going to keep these rocks in, as much as I'm still 50-50 with them. I'm just like, fine, I'll leave it. And then for this bit, I might not even have a door for it. I might just have it where the command center is just open. Because I'll have the corridors here. That could work. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. So far, I'm pretty much pleased with this. So the thing I need to do is put the floor in, but I'm just trying to work out what I'm doing. What I'm doing with this corner and this corner. I think that would look good though, having a corridor coming from one end, maybe two, and then just having the demons come flooding through and then just having a fight in this section here. But I've got to be careful on how many fucking demons I put in, because all that fucking animation work. I might even do it where, like, you'll have the demons running, and then there was a film, I can't remember what it was called, but it was quite a weird, unusual film. Like, all the movement, because it was live action, and it was quite something to watch. Like, all the movement would happen normally, so people would walk down the corridors, or not corridors, but they would walk normally. But then when you got into like a fight scene, instead of it being a fight scene, you'd see them, like, say for example with what I'm trying to do here, you'd have the demons running down the corridor, and just as they're gonna get into the fight, instead of it being a normal action fight where you see it just as they're running in, they just run in, come and punch and do all this stuff as you would watch a normal action movie. It was they'd run in, the action would pause as they were just getting into the punching movement, and then the camera would start spinning around and doing all these different shots, but everything would be done in like stop photography, where someone would get hit in the jaw, but you would have it in stop photography as they're going to punch the person in the jaw, and it looks so surreal but almost quite cool in that. And I'm thinking maybe of doing that, because then it might look unique, and also with the fact that I'm shit at animating, it might cover up my shitty skills as well. As, like, just having them run down the corridor, because that should be easy to do, and then just have them jump and do like the kind of Matrix thing, have the camera spin round 360 degree as it's doing the Photoshop thing. Not Photoshop, stop photography. Because that's the thing, is I like unique films like that don't just do the same thing. It's more composite shots, ideas. Like, for example, The Matrix. I thought The Matrix was really fucking good, because it was the first time of, like, seeing something like that, where they just did, like, I can't remember what it's fucking called now, because it's been a while, but where they had the motion stop, the camera do a 360 degree spin, and then the action just continues. I thought that was quite fucking awesome. And me personally, I think the film was way ahead of its time. Pretty much the same like with fucking Alien. Like, all the monster movies of around that time were like so shit. I mean, they weren't back then. Everybody thought they were fucking amazing, and got like freaked out and terrified because that was cutting edge technology back then. But like, I like the fact that Alien is still one of those movies that you can watch and still shit your pants from watching it, because it's kind of why I think CGI, unless you can't do the shot practically, then CGI is required. But just because you have CGI there doesn't mean you just get to you shouldn't just use it off the bat because it's there. Like, I remember, because I've watched all the Alien movies. I haven't watched the new one because I've just gotten fucking bored with just remakes of the same fucking thing. But I liked, when I was younger, I was terrified of Alien 1. Because to me, using a real actor in a costume made it more believable, made it more real, because the actor did an amazing fucking job in performing as the alien. But then when you go to CGI, it's almost like there's nothing there, so it's for the actor's job, it's hard for them to react to nothing. And I mean, I know some films, they have like the fucking silver ball, or a like cardboard cutout of what's going to be there. But to me, you'd piss yourself laughing at this ball is supposed to terrify you, or this ball is supposed to invoke some kind of emotional response from you as an actor. So, like, I find it hard in that regard of CGI, because to me, when I look at films, I know it's like CGI. Like, for example, films like Avatar wouldn't have been possible without CGI. And that was a film that required CGI, just because of what they wanted to do with it. But then you've got films that don't fucking require it, like Alien, what is it, Alien Resurrection, or Alien 5 or 4, whatever fucking one it is. Because you had Aliens, then Alien 3, then Alien Resurrection, I think that's what it was called. But, like, Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, in my opinion, are the worst Alien movies, because you can tell that the fucking creature is CGI, and at that point it loses all depth, because then you see it as not being real. And they didn't really need to do that, because the first Alien and the second Alien proved that you could do that with characters and actors in those suits. So, I mean, that's kind of the way I look at things. But I do enjoy some CGI movies that are done well. And that's what got me into filmmaking, is the things that you can do in storytelling, the ideas, and the challenges of doing like shots that most people would think you're fucking crazy to do, like, but when they see it, it's like, that looks fucking awesome. And I kind of wish we would go back to that creative way of making films, rather than it just being a basic camera shot. And I mean, I know my two SFMs have got basic camera shots in them, but I'm still learning the software. And when I did my filmmaking course, I did use a camera that would probably be considered archaic now, because it was just as we were going from miniaturized cassette tapes to CDs to then SSDs. So, like, all the features in the camera were difficult to do with the cameras back then, because you either had to do it in post-editing, or you had to mess with the the tools on the camera that you had, which were a lot, not as many as you have now on these newer cameras, but it was fun and interesting. So, like, if I were to pick up a new camera now, I probably wouldn't be able to do the same things that I did with the cameras back then, because I wouldn't know how to use them, and it would take me time to do that. But with SFM, because the camera's predetermined for you, it's remembering what all the lenses and stuff do. Because before, like, for example, autofocus, I did this one shot of, because I was obsessed with fucking Star Wars when I was younger, and Star Trek, so I had a film concept, and I called it Dragon Fury, and it was about this one dragon surviving this massive war, and he crashes on Earth, and the shot that I had was like of the beach just as like the sun was setting, but the camera was out of focus, and then went into focus. Stuff like that, I wouldn't know the first idea of how to do that in SFM, but with the camera and the cameras now, if you give me time, I'd be able to do that. With SFM, I probably would be able to do that, but I'd need to work at it and figure out how the fuck to do it, if you know what I mean. And it'd probably take longer, because it's almost like you're operating, because you're operating with a mouse and keyboard. It's radically different than holding the camera and pushing the buttons and stuff like that, because it's much more than that. And I'm not saying that's a negative for Source Filmmaker, it's just, it's something new for me doing this. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, I really do, but it's just, sometimes the ideas that I have in my head, it's hard to translate those into a movie. So gonna have to figure out how to. I know how to get rid of that. Let's copy and then paste. I don't want it to. Can I do that? Yeah. So that it won't. It won't clash with the other model. So we've got that as the platform. I think if I get rid of. Yeah, there you go. So that will look much better. Oh, that is just to do with the model. But there's the corridor built. It's just figuring out what to do with the other two sides. And I will say, don't get me wrong, I do like what people can do with CGI. I just think in this day and age, CGI is used way too fucking much. In my personal opinion. Because I like practical effects. But I also like the fact that, like, for example, I was going to do, like, my history of getting into SFM. I was going to do Gary's mod stuff. In fact, the first video had a lot of stuff from Gmod in it. But the thing that I found with Gmod is you needed more people to do stuff in Gmod, because it was one of those programs that you needed other people to help you utilize the models and stuff. So it was one of those things that I don't really have that many friends, and if you've watched my prior SFM stuff or my gaming stuff, you'll know the reason behind that. But like, then okay, I'm gonna need to do that. But because I don't have that many friends, and not that many friends that do Gary's mod, it was one of those things that it was like I tried to do stuff on my own and then found that it was difficult to do stuff on my own because of the simple fact that it was just me. And then I was watching some like SFM, or at the time I didn't know it was SFM, but I was looking at these animations and going, how are people making it look that realistic or that cool? With lights and the volumetrics and stuff like that. And when I was watching these people, and you see the end credits and how many people worked on it, they were always like, oh, these are the people that worked on the models, this was what I did, this is the software I used. But it would always have one person that was predominantly the one doing the SFM, unless it was a multi-project thing. And I was like, how are they doing that with... Because to me, some of the stuff they were doing looked similar to Gmod, and they were using stuff that I've seen from Gmod characters. So I did a bit of research, and then I found Arco Demon stuff, and then he was doing his tutorials about SFM, and I was like, okay, let's download this program, it's free, and see what it's about. And then I opened it up and I was like, holy shit, what have I gotten into, because how fucking confusing the software looked. But then after watching his tutorials, it was like, okay, it's not as complex as it was that I thought. And then I started progressing from there, and that's kind of how I got into doing SFM. And I, to be honest with you, prefer it because, as I said, me and my partner really like the program for using it, and she's not a fan of Gmod. She really isn't. But she doesn't have a computer, so like we weren't able to... I guarantee if she had a computer, it'd be like one of those things that then, yeah, we would be able to do Gary's mod stuff. But because she doesn't have a computer, I'm stuffed. She basically works on my machine. And when I say she doesn't have a computer, I mean like she has like a fucking tablet thing to operate DeviantArt, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So when you see comments on the YouTubes, it's either me or her answering people's questions. Majority of the time it's her doing it, and I just work on the main stuff. But when there's a comment aimed at me, like for example the open up your eyes video, as I said in my comment, she basically said, come and have a look at this will cheer you up and stuff like that. So that's how we work within our business type model of RevanWorks is she does all the bits because she's good at reading. I'm shit at reading, so she helps me with that. And then I do all the animation and she's learning it, and then when I'm not feeling too well, then she takes over that and does some animation. Like, for example, the Princess Cadence thing, she helped me with that to get it off the ground and done. The Hocus Pocus thing, she's helping me on with that. And then with this project, I'm pretty much doing this one all by myself. And that's because I'm experimenting with the program, and then she'll have a look and see how everything's been made and that. And then she's looking at more tutorials than I am, and then she'll basically go, oh, here's some tutorials, have a look at those, and then you might be able to do this with the program and that. So we work together a lot, and it does help, but it's only one person other than myself working on my YouTube, so, you know, not having the fan basis that other YouTubers have when they do Gmod and stuff like that, where they can just go, oh, I need some help with a project, and then they get their friends or other people involved in it. I don't really have that ability to do that, so I try to do the best I can. Or, I should say, we try to do the best we can. And I think we've done pretty reasonably well. There's things we could have done better, but, you know, everything's a learning curve. And it's only recently, in the past year or 2 years, I think, because trying to remember everything, that she's gotten on board and started helping me because of my mental health. So I'm pretty much still used to working on my own. Pardon me. So we need to duplicate that and then lift that up. And then that's that part. So that's that. I might put a piece of piping in here just to cover that up, and then it would match with the rest. Let's see how it's looking on camera 2. Oh no, that's camera 3. I'm actually liking the way that looks. It looks so much better than the fucking corridor that I did the last time. Or in the last time you saw this SFM. So I will save that down because save often. And then I will take a poo break, a drink break, a food break. I'll probably eat the food while I'm still working, but I will see you guys in a moment. Where is... And we're back. Right, so we've got the corridor done. So we need to build wait, where's the bit on the bottom gone? There we go. That's better. Now we can delete camera 3 because we no longer need camera 3. Definitely liking the look of it. It looks more like Doom. So it'd be like a T-junction. I'm wondering if the door will actually fit in this. We can give it a go and see if it will. But then I may do the light thing because I want to be careful, because as I said in the last one, like as soon as I start putting shitloads of lights, my SFM just decides that, okay, I'm just gonna go there on you now. I'm just making my pot noodle. Pot noodle. Still don't know whether I should have just the command center open or not. Because the thing is if I do have it open, I've got to try and make like a kind of door. Let's fucking tidy this up as well. What was the thing that was walkway? Or did I set it up before? Should be able to fucking remember how to spell that. And then we'll do that. I'll tidy it up a little more. Off stream, I'll tidy it more. I'm not gonna do double doors, I don't think. To me, it looks like it's slightly at an angle. Oh, it was. Still looking crooked to me. Or is that just me? And there we go. One doorway. Just trying to figure out what is that. I don't know whether that's even crooked as well, or it doesn't matter that much. Shouldn't be. So we've got that. Wait. Oh, it is on both sides of the door. I might, you know, because it says caution exhaust, I might have it where the doors make smoke. So we've got that door there. Then I need to do one for the other side. That might actually be cool. Have the corridor go off into another door that's open and permanently open. But build an outside so that it means that, like, for example, looking at it this way of, because this is the best way I can show you what I'm kind of thinking is, I put the skybox on. What was that door? That was that door. So if I do that, for example. So you could have it where, if I do that, put the light. Yeah, that was loud. So I could have it like the door being open at the other end of the room, and then having all the demons pour through here. But then it won't look stupid that this one corridor has loads of demons because the door's closed, and then you have like 30 demons in there. I'm not saying I'm putting 30 demons in there, but it would look stupid that you got 30 demons in there, the door opens up and all these demons come rushing through. You'd be like, where the fuck are they coming from? And I know in Doom that they can just spawn out of nowhere, but I don't really want to fuck with doing particle effects to have demons just spawn randomly, so I'm thinking if the doorway's open and you just see them come from there, then it kind of looks that way. I mean, like, for example, the camera 2 is showing that. So you have, like, this in the background leading out into open area, because in Doom there are open areas, so that would work. Almost making like a fucking mini map here. Oh yeah, that's the green screen for that. Definitely enjoying this SFM though, even though some of the things are just driving me round the bend sometimes. It's definitely good fun. Oh, that's the door bone. Should actually check the other door. So that these little bits don't show. Is that... Is that straight with that? If it's not, I can sort it out later. Because I only got to do 2 of those if I'm keeping that open. Not gonna... I don't think I'm gonna do anything with the other door. Which is cool, you can do that. And then it says locked, so you can't go through there. Is that... That one's locked. That one's locked. But this one open. That one open, and that... Oh, no, that one locked, and that one open. I wish it was in red, though. It would look cooler. I don't really care about those. Unless they're gonna cause problems. Because this will be pretty much the... Oh, what's it fucking called again? The command room. Or command center. So this isn't going to be extended anymore. That isn't. That is. So... It's just figuring out what to kind of put in this area specifically. I will probably get those and put those here, and I'll do the same on that side. It's almost like if I could duplicate this the way it looks now, and then attach it. Maybe I actually can. Just trying to figure out, because if I do that, I've then got to do something with these corners here, because these panels are fucking long. Oh dear. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. So let's copy that. And then watch my computer have a fucking hissy fit. And then I've got to rotate it. We're going to need camera 3 again, just to make sure that this all works. Well, no, it will turn into camera 4, won't it? Oh no, it did the camera 3. because I want it to have space so I can put piping in there. And then it also will be able to have the lights if I decide to put the lights in there, because the lights are just going to be there as, you know, like, I was originally going to have them just for the door opening, but to be honest, with the alarm going off, it would make more sense to have it constantly going. And the same with the alarms. Oh dear. And then I think we run into our next problem, which is this is not straight. Can I grab all? I am gonna have to combine these two. But if Doom Guy isn't walking down there, then it shouldn't be a problem. There you go. I mean, it's a little bit off, but it's not too bad. So we've got this corridor now. Let's shave. Well, not that much. Let's shave some things that we don't need. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. It also copied the piping. Not that you're gonna see the piping, but it's kind of cool. So we'll need to put piping on this side. I don't think we will need to, because again, we're not gonna be coming through here. And I've just noticed that door is fucking crooked. So I'll sort that out in a second, but I'll need piping on the inside, not this side, because you're not going to see this side, so Oh, now I got the hiccups. Yay. And then I'm thinking of maybe having those panels in between this at an angle. Might work. I was kind of hoping to have some windows, but I think, to be honest with you, unless you are at this angle, you'll only be able to see them. But having the door at the back and then having that open and being able to see the outside, that's gonna do that, so that's alright. I can fucking still see the doors crooked. Even though it's funny because on this side it doesn't look as bad. I so cannot wait to see what this is gonna look like when all the lights are actually fucking properly done and that. So that is where it needs to be. In fact, I'm gonna straighten the door up before I copy paste. And I think this is also not quite straight, but as long as it's not too bad. And the other yeah, right. Okay. Then yeah. This side is, well, this corridor is extremely fucking crooked, it looks like. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't particularly like doing something like that, but to be honest with you, if I try to get it all fucking evened out, then it's going to be one of those things that is going to take even more time to sort it out and make it that it is actually all in the correct kind of way, which I don't particularly want to do, because then it means I'm going to have to spend shitloads of time on doing that. When I'm kind of trying to recover, or not recover, but fix what I got rid of the other day. Alright, there we go. So this door isn't going to have any animation, it's just going to be wide open. And then I'm going to take one of these, maybe two, to try and make a like walkway, and then I'll probably put some fucking mountains or something. Hopefully there's something in SFM to do that. And they'll be so far away that them being blacked out should be fine. That, or I could do something funny, and because of being a MLP fan, I could always put something kind of pony orientated in the background, but not too obvious. Because even though this isn't an even though this isn't an MLP animation, my channel is still, or at the moment, my channel is supposed to be known for doing pony animations and stuff. So, like, it'd be funny to put like an Easter egg in there. But I would do it carefully because, as I said, I want this to be 100% Doom. But it'd be funny to have, I don't know, like fucking apple acres in the fucking background with a few pony islands. Not islands, mountains. And to be honest, it will go past so quickly that you won't even notice it. Might even put a pony on a fucking top of the hill. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it that way. Just for something that will make me laugh every time I see it. Okay, made cigarette. Let's build out a path. And I know exactly what I'm going to use. I've got to find it though. Oh, there was a smaller version of that. Let's go for the big one. Where did I put my cigarette lighter? So yeah, platform out there. Let's see what it's gonna look like when I'm in. Oh, there it is over there. So, okay, that's a little odd. But I'm not gonna fuck with it because it's just gonna create fucking issues. But what I could probably do is use half of that to get what I want. Because it's not really, you're not going to really look and notice. In fact, actually, that'd be quite cool. I mean, I know it's going to be more models than what I wanted it to have. Still off. I think that looks better. So I'll have that, and then I'll put the railing around. Wait. Did I move that in as well? Why am I... No. Here we go. And let's see what that looks like through here. So I will need to put the railings all the way around. Because what I'm thinking of doing is putting 2 spacecraft on here, and then, as I said, having the My Little Pony stuff way off in the distance to make it look funny. There's like a little Easter egg. There we go. So we've got the railings there, and then we'll have 2 spacecraft there, and then the scene. Really liking that. I might mess around with the skybox to see if I can get it looking right. I might even change the colour of the skybox depending. Because I mean, the red is awesome and that, and it oozes doom, but still think I'm spelling this wrong. Gotta remember how to spell this right as well, and not spell shit. S-H-I-P plat. No, plat. Oh dear. Still think it's gonna look funny with the fucking pony shit at the back. Like, you're not gonna be able to notice it that much, but it'd be funny. Now we need the ships. Which I know are in here somewhere. Oh wait, no, they won't be in here because I need to do that instead. I think I will do this version. And the reason I'll do this version, it's funny, it looks like something that you'd see off of Star Trek, the design. It doesn't need to be that big as well. So I presume that's actually... Oh my god, there's actually an interior in here. That's awesome. Anything in the back? Oh, there's even stuff in the back. That's fucking awesome. We'll have that open. It just makes me laugh because that looks so much like a starship runabout. No, I don't want to move the door. I want to move the whole thing. And I'll put 2 of them. Oh, there's skins as well. So that's 1. That's 1. We don't want to wreck. I'm thinking maybe we do... Maybe that one? Or maybe the yellow one. I was hoping there might have been a red one. I think that one might do. And then it will kind of blend the gold colours in. Did I put a root transfer in? No, I got distracted with the skin. Don't want to make them too small because then they'd look like toys. And I don't really care about the back part. If you can't see it, doesn't matter as long as the door is open on it. So from here... Oh wait, is there a door? Ah, that was loud. So yeah, I mean, that looks alright. I mean, you're not going to really be able to see much because there are no lights. Is that door openable? The rear door. Wonder if it's got any animations. There's explosions. That okay, that's the door. Okay. Have that open. Oh yeah. Okay, it's done that. We also need, that's the side door. But is there... There we go. That's not a door on that side, but... Why is that door now closed? So now if we look at it, I'll just basically duplicate it. Because what I'm hoping for is... Yeah, so you'll be able to see stuff from it. So you'll be able to see through the windows and stuff. Oh shit. And I could probably make them a little bit smaller. So I'll probably do that. Because again, it doesn't matter too much to me. As long as they're not way too small. Hello Yuso! How is Yuso? So we've got that. So we can see through the windows and stuff. Good, good. Do you want me to put the Minecraft server on? And I'll be in there after the stream and that. Alright, where is... Boop. So I'll be up in less than a minute. Cool. But yeah, I just need to get a little bit of this SFM done, and then I'll be with you. No prob. It's not up yet. We're about halfway through. It should beep again when the server's up. But I'll give you a shout when it is. So that can go there. There. Now let's do the thing that I said I was going to do, which is put in the fucking pony shit in as an Easter egg. Server's starting. I don't know when it's up, but it's just saying it's starting at the moment. Hopefully it'll tell me. Thanks for your understanding, Yus. It's just, as I said, I've been kind of neglecting it a little bit. We need the mountains. Oh wait, I need to save it because every time I open that up, it crashes because I have too much fucking pony shit. And remember guys, this is only just for a bit of fun that you're not really going to notice because the scene will go past so fast, but it's just a little Easter egg that I'm going to put in. I know that, you and working on the farm, Use. It's just I've been kind of running away from what I'm supposed to be doing, or not running away, but you know what I mean. It's been a struggle to do not stream SFMs and stuff. Where's the... Was it MLP instead? Or was it... I can't remember. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? It's still starting. I don't know why it's saying it's out of date. Oh wait, it does the same for me until the server decides that it's on. I'm honestly thinking about sending an email to them because it just seems to take too long. What the fuck is this? An arcade game? Oh, okay, moving on. Oh, there's the model things. I was trying to look for those. Where the fuck are the mountains? I found them. There you go. Server should be up now. But do be quick, because it'll shut down in 5. Where the fuck are the mountains? I could, hold on, let me move that over there. And I can call you now if you want. And it'll be easier to chat with you, because there won't be the 30 or 40-second delay. Alright, mate. Oh, no, don't crash. Fuck you, program. I'm glad I saved it before I fucking did stuff with the pony models. So without fail, it crashes all the bloody time when I open that folder up. Too much. Right, let's try this again. Oh, that'll be why. I've only got 1,000 megabytes left before program goes no. Oh yeah, let's... There we go. Right, let's do this again. Right. I swear I remember looking through the pony stuff. To get the mountings. Alright, mate, I'll see you on Minecraft. I swear it was in here. Or did I go through it too quickly? There they are. What is that? It's got the 2 hills now. I'm not going to do too much with the hills. I'm just going to do... And I'm going to need to save again because it's going to crash again. I haven't even built the fucking command post part yet. Holy shit, they're bigger than I thought they were going to be. Scale. And we're going to need to make another camera so we can see what the fuck's going on. Because I've got to position them so you can see them in the background, but they're not like completely obvious. Now I've got to try and work out. Because as I said, right, for example, when I turn the lights on, that's all you're going to see, is that in the background, so it's not going to be that obvious. Bit more rotation on it. This one could do with being higher. There we go. Might rotate it a little bit more. There we go. And we shall stick Luna, because Luna is best pony. Let's go for the default Luna. It looks so fucking odd having a pony in this. You got all this futuristic stuff and shit. And I now know how to make ponies bigger or smaller without them exploding. So, it's a thing I learned from Arco Demon is if you try and put a scale on the pony with the bones not broken, then the jiggle bones don't do that right. So, like, in order to do it, if you do, I say break bones, but it's I don't know whether it's bake bones or break bones. So you do that, and then you can add the scale to it, and then there you go. Doesn't break the model. It just means that if you were to animate it you would have to do everything manually. I think that is roughly the size that we want Luna to be. Now we put her on. Not in, on the mountain. She could probably be doing with being a bit smaller. Okay, I don't think that's going to work somehow. I need just that, and I think I need to rotate it. So it's looking more like that, and then have this mountain lower. Like that. And I might, for shits and giggles, because it just seems like if I do Luna at the exact size that she's supposed to be in this, it's not actually going to work out. Because right now, you can't even fucking see her. So, it's... I don't know whether you can actually see her or not. I think they may be a bit too far away. There we go. I think that is what we're after. Oh, go to the side. Oh, fuck. That's way too big. Fine, fuck it. I don't care. She is Princess of the Mountain. I know you're not going to be able to fucking see it properly. Might have it where the camera zooms in and then for the split second, like say, if I grab camera 3, say it will go like that, and that's probably as far as I will take the camera. Or better yet, I might just forget the whole idea. Just because it seems to be a long way from there. I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah. Because I want to do it where it looks fucking funny. But I don't want it to be like... I want it so that you can see it at a glimpse. But I don't want it to be like, oh, the main focus. So I think the best idea for that is to not do it. Because it's not going to work the way I intend it to work. So, I mean, that's the thing. You try something. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And I spelt rock wrong. Oh, that's the alien stuff that I've got. Okay, that's not got stuff on it. Just gonna check. Alright, we're coming up to the end of the stream. I'm just gonna take... In fact, I'll go for a pee break. I'll be right back, and then we'll end it there. And I'm back. I'll probably do the rocks just quickly. And then I'll end the stream. I'm not really that fussed of how the rocks look. There we go. So at least it breaks up the background. I might end up not having it, might keep it, you know, we'll see. But that's all we got today. We've done quite a bit. We've got the corridor done, and stuff. I need to do the tidy ups and that, which I can do off stream. I'll then put the paneling in and stuff like that. Then build the command center. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not gonna fucking max out. I don't think it should. Or actually, maybe, because... Well, I don't know, actually. We'll see. But yeah. Hopefully the next time you see this, it will be partly done and will be on animation. I would also be doing the Hocus Pocus thing. It's just I want to get this scene build set built, and then I can then work with the other projects that I've got, which is the War of the Worlds one, this one, and Hocus Pocus, because the set builds are pretty much done for those. This one is taking a bit of time because I want to build the set myself, rather than utilising one, so, I mean, it's going to take time to build the set. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, as much as I have enjoyed making it, because I've really enjoyed doing this one. And if you enjoyed it, hit that follow or subscribe on which platform you're on. As I said, after tomorrow or after Saturday and Sunday, I'll be taking a break. Not for too long, but just to get myself sorted out and stuff. And then I'll come back and hopefully be much better. And then you'll be able to see the progress that's been made. with that. So I do apologise that there won't be any more streaming for the next couple of weeks or so. So I apologise for that. And as I said, if you enjoyed, hit the follow button, because it really does help me, and the support you guys show me is amazing. So yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one of these after the break and that. I hope you guys do well and everything goes the way that you want and everything like that, because I won't see you for a while. And as I always say, stay safe, be awesome, guys, and I look forward to seeing you soon.